Chapter 9, Lesson 3, using the Pythagorean theorem to solve and find A or B. Okay. So from yesterday, we recall that we had all right, so we were trying to find C. Okay, the C side yesterday, so it was A squared plus B squared equals X squared. And then once we had our number of whatever it was, we took the square root of both sides, and that eventually gave us our answer. Today, we're going to do a little bit of similar work, only today we're going to find A or B instead of the hypotenuse today. So A, B, and C. So we have A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So X squared plus 10 squared equals 15 squared. Again, simplify. X squared plus 100 equals 225. And now the only thing that's different today, as you can see, the x squared is on the opposite side of the equal sign. So we have to isolate the variable first. So we cancel by subtracting 100 from both sides. X squared equals 125. And then to get the opposite of squaring something is to take the square root of both sides. And when you do that, X equals 11.180,339, etc. And as always, once we have a long decimal like that, we round it to the nearest tenths. So 1 followed by an 8 rounds that up to X equals 11.2, which means that A equals 11.2. So as you can see, we're doing similar work to what we did yesterday when we found the hypotenuse. The only difference is now we have to do the subtraction from the side and then take the square root. So a little bit different, but very similar to what we did yesterday. Okay, so again, A, B, and C. So A squared plus B squared equals C squared. X squared plus 10 squared equals 26 squared. So you have X squared plus 100 equals 676. Subtract 100 from both sides. Leaves you with X squared equals 576. And then once again, as always, the opposite of squaring something is to take the square root. And when you take the square root of 576, X equals 24, which means that A equals 24. Okay. All right. A, B, and C. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. 8.5 squared equals 72.25. 5.1 squared is 26.01. Okay, so again, we need to isolate the variable, so it's positive, so subtract 26.01. From both sides. Equals 46.24 equals x squared. And the opposite of squaring something is to take the square root. And when you take the square root of 46.24, you get x equals 6.8, which means that in this case, b equals 6.8. Okay. All right. A, B, and C. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. All right. 15 squared is 225. 20 squared is equal to 400. Okay, so again, isolate the variable first. Subtract 225 from both sides. That equals 175. And again, the opposite of squaring something, take the square root. And that x equals 13.2287. Five, six, etc. And again, we long decimal, we round to the nearest tens place. So x equals 13.2, which means that b equals 13.2. Okay. All right. So thank you again. That brings us to the end of our video. As always, thank you for watching. Again, we're using in this lesson, we're using the Pythagorean theorem and solving to find the missing legs of the right triangle, the A or B term in our theorem. As always, thank you for watching our video, and we'll see you next time.